Just 5 minutes drive from my house is a section of the Leeds Liverpool Canal, and a place I paddle regularly in all seasons. Despite being close to urban areas, it is remarkably quiet and an ideal habitat for a large diversity of species, both along its banks and in the water itself. The towpath is a green corridor connecting various wildlife sites and habitats, allowing animals to move freely along its course. And this part of the canal was colonised by plants and animals soon after its construction in 1777, so now over 200 years later, bird, plant life and other wildlife is thriving. The slow flow is ideal for water plants such as lilies. The banks on this section vary from stone blocks along the towpath edge to areas of marsh where the water spills out onto low-level ground, as well as large reed beds and areas of overgrown vegetation, providing ideal habitats for dragonflies, butterflies, amphibians such as frogs, water voles, and an abundance of bird life. Just in my paddles in the past year, I have encountered heron, mallards, Canada geese, swans, and even kingfishers. The hedgerows along this section include many large trees that were planted 200 years ago, so are well established and provide plenty of cover, shelter and food for the animals and birds, including foxes, rabbits and hedgerow birds such as sparrows, blackbirds, tits of all varieties, swifts and swallows, and birds of prey such as barn owls and buzzards. There are a number of bat boxes along this stretch of the canal, further enhancing its diversity and proving that the insect life is indeed thriving. The plant life along the edges of the canal is pretty diverse as well, with many meadow plants on the verges like daisies, buttercups and forget-me-nots, as well as woodland plants such as bluebells. Also spotted along this stretch are wild carrot, gorse and ferns. Unfortunately, there's also been some non-native species along this stretch, like rhododendron and the giant hogweed. To fully appreciate the environment here, quiet paddling is essential, and I often paddle alone or in a group of two, as this minimises the disturbance and increases your chances of seeing wildlife. And allowing yourself to be fully immersed in the environment, listening to the sounds and smelling the air is a great way to escape the stresses of a workday. This environment needs taking care of though, so as do all our wild places, and you can volunteer with the local Canals and Rivers Trust here to litter pick or to work on conservation projects. And you should always wash your kit when you paddle in more than one location as well. Hopefully you'll get the chance to paddle this stretch of canal some point in the future.